Okay, once again, I would like to welcome all the students for this presentation, where we'll be learning and talking about this new age job market. As you all in your PG first year, at the end of your graduation, what is that one thing you all need? What is that one thing you all need? The three-letter word, J-O-B, job. Sir, I need job. Correct? Yeah. But at the same time, but what is the contemporary, what is the current contemporary market, job market is? So I would like to share some of the insight, the reason, as I mentioned.
We should acquire related skills.
Exactly, correct. Yes, that's right, Atya. We need to acquire the right skills. When you have the right skills, I tell you, you will be able to survive and sustain in the job market. So I'll be sharing quite a few different insight about what are the current trend, what are the industry 4.0, what are the industry 5.0, and also how one can stay relevant to be in the job market, correct? And after this session is what? After 11 o'clock today, I'm going to help you guys in writing your career goals, and also will be teaching some of the visualization technique. So that will enhance your learning. Okay. With that note, we can quickly, yeah. What is the learning objective of this? The learning objective of this session is to bring in some awareness about Indian and global job market. The reason why I'm kind of fit or qualified to share about this is that my base is in India, where I was working for many years, and also right now I've repositioned myself in the in a in a abroad country, where I'm getting exposed to the global job market. The reason is I know many of my friends, or rather, I'm part of some groups here where the university in the US, correct? Like you guys are studying. So I know some context. They're doing masters, they're doing doctorate, they're doing postdoctorate. So when during some conversation, they used to share about the various insight about how the trend is changing in the global job market, what are the skills are one needs to prepare, right? So I will see to share some of the various other insight as we go along in this presentation. Yeah. Okay. The agenda. What is the current job market? Okay. I'll share some insight about what's the current job market, industry 4.0 and 5.0. By the way, Alex had already given you this sheet, what you guys already have, the handouts. And I can tell you opportunities are galore, Galore. Write this. Yeah. You can just take a look at that. When, yeah, but no need to take a look at that now. When we go to that slide, industry 4.0 slide, that time you can take a look. Okay. Just write this word Galore in your notebook. Are you guys with me? Just write this Galore, galore. And anyone know the meaning of galore? If you don't know, you can go and Google it. Okay. Yes, someone had put the chat, but I'll not be able to see the chat. So, okay, opportunities are galore. Yeah. I can unmute and say if you, because I can't see the chat. That's fine. Yes, Alfred.
Plenty.
Plenty. Yes. Yes. That's one of my favorite word. Galore is my favorite word. Galore is nothing but plenty. So there's no scarcity. There's plenty. Okay. And upskilling is the key. We'll talk about that. And real life example. I'm going to share. Okay. I need your attention, students. I need your attention. Everybody's with me? If you're with me, can you just wave your hand? Can I see? Yeah. Can you wave your hand? Yeah. Thank you. I'll be giving a real. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. I'll be giving a real life example about how my journey has been in the past 25 years. Yes. And I'll be closing that with a closing thought. Yes. Good. Someone put the question in the chat that about the current job market. Is it, I don't know, is it Ma? But I must tell you the current job market is volatile, guys. That's a harsh truth. The meaning of volatile is it's changing. Correct? There's there's so much volatility in the market, job market. How I'm saying that is every 3 months, or rather every month, there used to be a report published in the US. How many new jobs are added? How many? What is the rate of unemployment? Quite a few, some stats. So one of the aspect they cover is that the volatility what exists in the job market, not only in India, sorry, not only in the global, but not only in the US as such, even in other countries, the job market is volatile, and likewise in India too. That's the harsh truth. When you know the harsh truth, you have to make up your mind that the job market is volatile. If the job market is volatile, then what I need to do, that's what we are going to talk about, correct? For your very kind information, the job market is always volatile for that matter. Not only now, when we are in the 2025, we might say, oh, you know what, the job market is so volatile only now. No, the job market is always volatile. Even when I started 23 years ago, way back in, for that reason, 2025 years ago, when my seniors graduated, the job market was volatile. So which means the volatility is existing for a very long time. In that volatility, how you are learning and you are learning to maneuver how you can travel the volatility is what the key is. Yes? Yeah. Now you can just take a look at that 4.0. If you have the sheet, just take this. I put a checklist, the 4.0. I would like to give a very high level. The reason why I wanted to give very high level, these things are happening. Okay, so the way you can pick one area in there, and then you can start learn. You can start to study about that particular market, or rather that particular domain. Okay, I hope you have that sheet with you, Industry 4.0. You can just share it with you if you have a limited copy. And I didn't put all the information on the Word document or the page into this, but I put a very high level. So first is about your digital skill. It's about your IoT, Internet of Things. Few things will be covering a little bit technical, but you being an MBA grad, you can see things from a functional point of view, from a business point of view. How does a company, how does a electronic company think about to integrate all these IoT things, Internet of Things? How does a company think of the robotics? How does a company does something on the cloud computing? Okay, so I'm not going to go in deep of covering this technical aspect, but at least you need to bring that into your awareness. Second is about your data skill. The reason why I'm saying this is there is so many millions and millions of data getting generated, created in the flick of a second. It could be in your social media, it could be in YouTube, it could be in your banking transaction. In this second, there are millions of transactions, millions of data getting generated. Though I don't want to dump you guys with so many data, or rather data points. So which means you can focus. This is one of a good area where you can think of becoming a data analyst, and you can become an SME in this area. Because I know some of the MBA grad, they join as a consultant in this area in IT companies with a good package. So this is a good opportunity. And third is integration and system skills. This is called system thinking. Write this down. It's called system thinking. Friends, by the way, you may or may not be able to understand and comprehend all the information I say. My intention is not to confuse you with all this. but rather my intention is to bring you some awareness about, oh, there is something called IoT. There is something called system thinking. Oh, yeah, I'm good at thinking. Why don't I choose that particular domain and start building the system thinking? Yes. So that kind of a thought process you need to start putting from now on. And the fourth is, oh, this is my favorite, very, very favorite. I am telling you guys, I'm telling you, if you can focus on this cognitive skills related skills, I can tell you the next 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, your career is set. I'm telling you. Why I'm saying the critical thinking, AI, you heard, right? AI, artificial intelligence, cannot take your critical thinking. AI cannot take your creativity, though it can do, but you can develop your creativity, which means your right brain function. By the way, I'm a creative person. I do quite a few different exercise. Even you see this presentation, and not only this, every other presentation, you'll find a little bit of colorful, kind of trendy. See the black and white. I'm teaching as if in a blackboard and a white chalk piece. You see, that is a creativity I applied. I did not put any jazzy slide. I kept it thing simple, black and white. Yes, this is a creativity. So you can focus on developing that particular creativity skill. There are a lot of excellent opportunity for you to in this creativity area. And the fifth one would be your domain knowledge. You can become a SME. The full form of SME is subject matter expert. Write this down. SME is called subject matter expert. You can become a consultant. You can ask me, how, sir, I'm in the college first year. How can I become a SME? How can I become a consultant? I'm not telling you can become an SME or a consultant now. But if you can start the journey now, and down there in the next 5 years, 10 years, you will become a SME consultant. Is that clear? Yes? So those are the very high level food industry 4.0. These things are happening around you guys. Wake up. It's a wake up call for you guys. If you're kind of sitting, oh, you know what, I'm in my college first year, have this basic subject course, I'm going to college. No, you got to bring all this. Oh, there's an integration, there's a cognitive skill, there's a domain knowledge. Just choose one of this from this list. And what did I say in the opening thought? Better strategy. What does that better strategy consist of? Two things. Career planning. What you will do, when you will do, how long you will do. Simple. Correct? What you will do, when you will do, how long you will do. When you do that, career planning is in your hand. Second is hard work. Plan alone not going to take you to success, to reach success. You got to put a lot of hard work. Yeah. Now quickly, okay, so this is a industry 4.0 skills mind map. You see how everything is connected. Feel free to take a screenshot of this, sir. Feel free to take a screenshot of this particular, or rather you can take a picture also. You see, I did not put too many. Yeah, thank you, thank you. I didn't put everything in my presentation. You see, there's a cloud computing, there is a ERP, there's a Python, there's a robotics, there's an industry specific expertise. Yeah, they need consultant, they need someone has a solid understanding of banking. A simple example could be you're picking banking as one your area of interest, and are you reading every day some terminology about banking? So what is mean by retail banking? What is mean by corporate banking? How does the P&L get calculated? How does the EBITDA calculate? How does a bank does the projection, and how does the bank does in terms of going to the market? You can learn about that. You can build your expertise. You see this artificial intelligence, machine learning, a lot of things happening. You see, 3D printing is another area. By the way, in US, 3D printing is so famous that they can print the entire car. In 3D printing, they can print an entire car. My son goes to the library, nearby library here in the US. By the way, he likes to read different genres of book. So we go, and then there is a 3D printing, and I was watching. It's so amazing. The lot of happening in the 3D printing, data visualization. I said there's n number of data flowing, correct? And problem solving. We had a workshop last week. Problem solving. How can you solve a complex problem? You see. Now you tell me the opportunities are galore, which is plenty, or less. Alfred, what do you think, Alfred? Alfred, are you hearing? Oh, that's fine. So which means there are plenty of opportunities, correct? Now,
Yes, sir, I am there. Opportunities are plenty. Yes, yes.
yeah. Only thing we are not preparing ourselves. That I'll cover in the next slide.
Yeah, right, right.
Yeah. Now you can just take your 5.2 checklist, the Word document, the yes 5.2. You can just, as I explained, you can take a look at that because you'll find much more information. The first point I would like to mention is about this cobotics. How many of you heard the word cobotics? You heard about robotics. Did any of you heard cobotics? That's fine. If you have not heard, it's fine. But at least now you are hearing cobotics. It's nothing but human machine collaboration. How many of you know Mr. Elon Musk is building robots for to build his Tesla cars. His version of a robot is called Maximus. And 2 days back, trust me, 2 days back, I was watching a video where a human exactly training the robot with a collaboration how to take an egg and put it in the container without breaking. Can you imagine? The robotic easily picked up the egg and without breaking, it had put in the container. That's called cobotics. Again, I'm not asking you to become expertise in the cobotics, but at least it's good to know. Correct? The next is called next gen AI, immersive simulation and predictive system. Okay, these things are getting advanced, I can tell you. I'm not going in deep. Yeah, I'm not going in deep. But this next gen AI, immersive simulation, predictive analysis, predictive system, man, I can give you different examples. This is all happening right now. They're with so much data, they're predicting how things are going to be in the next 5 years, 10 years. And artificial intelligence and IoT driven customization. IoT, I told you, Internet of Things. AI is artificial intelligence. There's so many things happening, integrating your AI with IoT. Even in our house, where I stay, every other electric appliance, the oven, the stove, the washing machine, the fridge, the TV, yeah, the garage door, the car, everything is interconnected. All you need is just an app, and you can control it from anywhere. That's your IoT. You don't need to become an expert in that, but at least it's good to know. And data and innovation skill, data to innovation, right? So as I was mentioning, there's so much thing happening on the in and around the data. Even you become an MBA as an as an HR or manager in bank, but it's good to know about these things because when you're going to attend your job interview, when you do all your groundwork, your confidence level will be up compared to others who are just focusing on just only one thing. And the last is my very, very favorite, which is nothing but your emotional intelligence. If you're choosing MBA HR as your mainstream, you got to learn this emotional intelligence. How many of you, some of you had said that you wanted to become an HR, right? Yeah. And this is your area. What's happening? Leadership skill and hybrid. How do you handle teams in the hybrid system? Man, I can tell you and there is so much opportunities happening on the fifth. See now, industry 4.0, industry 5.0, with at least 10 different topics. If you pick one topic and then if you just focus on learning that, wouldn't you become expert in that? Wouldn't you have good knowledge? When you go and attend the interview, you no need to say that I know 10 different of things. But in the interview, you can say, sir, I know one thing about emotional intelligence because that's my favorite. And this is what I've been studying. This is what I've been following. This is what I'm doing research. You're selected. Guys, is it making some sense? And by the way, this is just a mind map about whatever I was sharing. The Scopotics, the CSR, next gen. You see, take a screenshot, sir. Feel free to take a screenshot of this. Emotional intelligence. You see, green manufacturing, critical thinking, data storytelling. These are plenty of opportunity, guys. In fact, I was reading an article where it just says the scarcity of people expertise in this area. You can be one of them if you choose to. Yeah. Well, there's a ping mentioned about the current job opportunity. I can tell you with the 4.1, 5.0, what you see, there are more and more job opportunities are out there. Only thing is that we are not preparing ourselves and we are blaming the job market. Correct? We are saying that no, job market is so dry. No, it was always dry. Even 20 years ago, 25 years ago, it was dry. But the question is, how are you preparing for it? Guys, how many of you getting some kind of ideas and insight? Oh, there are so many areas where I can go and explore. How many of you getting that kind of feeling? Can you see your hand? Yeah, you see? Thank you for raising your hand. Now, another very, 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 very important aspect I wanted to cover in this presentation is nothing but your upskilling. This is where many students are failing and lagging. They are not, okay, by the way, I put this with simple, I'll explain you this in a simple term. As if you have an ability in the sense you're capable of doing that. Okay. And then when you have certain ability, when you can link that with your knowledge, that becomes your skill. I will explain you. For example, assume I have an ability of speaking. Okay. I have an ability of speaking or communication. But I don't have a right knowledge. How do I speak? How do I carry? How do I do the body language? How do I prepare presentation? That's a knowledge where you can go and learn. Okay. When I have certain ability inside me, when I learn the knowledge from outside, then that when both get bridged, it become your skill. Easy to understand this concept. This is where students are failing, I can tell you. Another example could be, say, assume you take a chess player, you take any a songwriter, you take a cricket player. That person has some ability for playing a good cricket. And if you're going to go to a coach to learn the right knowledge, then wouldn't that become a new skill of bridging? Alfred, is it clear? Is that concept is clear, Alfred, to you? Or anyone for that matter?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I agree. I totally love this slide.
The reason why I put this slide is not many are upskilling themselves. You saw there are so many degrees, so many certification, accreditation behind my name, beneath my name. Those all are the skills I have developed. In some case, you might have a knowledge, but you may not have ability. I know I might have a knowledge about cricket or other chess, but do I have an ability? No. For ability, you need to practice. For knowledge, you need to study. Easy. For ability, you need to do. For knowledge, you need to study. When you link these two, then that becomes your skill. I can tell you, I have developed dozens of various other skills in the last 20 years. Be it leadership, be it public speaking, be it delegation, handling bigger teams, executing complex projects, running stakeholders. I've developed so many. Yes? Okay. I would like to quickly just give a very high level overview of my journey in the last 25 years so that you get a gist of if you're going to start 2026 and where you can put yourself, where you can see yourself in the next 20 years. Yeah. When I started in the 2002 and 3 time, it was all about mainframe. Mainframe, it's all the legacy applications. Those are the days. People used to, during that time, they used to spend 50,000 rupees. I'm saying in 2050,000 rupees, it would be equivalent of maybe 5 lakh or 6 lakhs now. They used to spend that much for one course. Some of my friends that just took that course to study. Fast forward, you'll not be able to connect yourself to that age, to that period, because you all are in your 20s, you are in your college. Most of you wouldn't have born by then. Okay, and fast forward in 2006 and 10, it's all about this industry 2.0. It's all about Java, the open system, open source. Quite a few things were happening, and during that time, there were plenty of job opportunity. And fast forward 2011 and 15, then the people start talk about, oh, you know what, we need to get into the digital transformation. Everywhere you see here, digital transformation. And then slowly, the next 5 years, trust me, the cloud-based technology, cloud-based applications was plenty. Be it from Google Cloud or Amazon Cloud or Salesforce, ERP, SAP, anything and everything, they were talking about cloud. And now, you know, in the 2021, in this current 5 years, it's all about AI, generative AI, machine learning, automation, yes or no? I've been fortunate
Yes,
enough.
sir.
I've been fortunate enough to have this 5 years, or rather, this 5 different stages of this 25 years to see this and also able to sail it through. Correct? And without even not even 1 day break. From the day I started till now, by God grace, I'm in the job, I'm in the payroll, I'm in the company, I am working. Not even 1 day break. And it takes a lot of effort, guys. Is it okay if we give a round of applause for that? Because it takes a lot of determination, a lot of courage. The challenges are gallow. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. The reason why I'm saying that is many of my friends, their journey got disturbed in the middle. They had to move out. Things didn't work out well. Yeah. Yeah. So this is your, okay, we're almost done. We'll be wrapping the session. This is a learning activity. Take a screenshot of this. Take a screenshot of this. Yeah, take a screenshot of this. So this is just a learning activity for you that identify top 3 sectors. It could be manufacturing, infrastructure, automobile, or banking, insurance. You pick any pharma. Those are the domains, right? Sectors. Identify one sector and try to pick one sector and identify what are the influencing factors. Say, for example, you take insurance sector. What are the factors influencing the insurance sector? Those things you need to bring that into your awareness. For example, banking. What are the factors? It could be government repo interest, or it could be various other clauses passed by RBAs, or it could be various other compliance related. The compliance team or the board asks the bank to adhere, to stick with, correct? Automobile, and now there are restrictions on certain engines, the BS4, BS5 engines, and there are quite a few things happening on the electrical vehicle, correct? Why it is happening, and what happens if there is shortage of fuel. So pick one sector and do what are the factors influencing it. Is that exercise clear? At least got some idea? So do that as part of your learning. Okay, closing thought. Closing thought. I need a volunteer again. I need a volunteer who can read this.
Hi sir, I am Mahalakshmi.
Yes, Maha. Go ahead, Maha.
For things to get better job market, you get to get better, and that's it.
Yeah, the same closing thought what I had in the opening thought is what I wanted to give. There is nothing else I can tell you as a closing thought. For things to get better, you got to get better. There's no more sleeping time. There's no more playing time. If you're going to take things casually, life will take you casually. Yeah. Well, what did we learn today? We learned about current job market. It is what? Volatile. Correct? And we talked about Industry 4.0 and Industry 5.0, various other opportunities. Opportunities are gathered, correct? And upskilling is the skill, is the key. So you have your ability and the knowledge, and when you just connect these two, you build a new skill. And I given a real-time example of how my journey was in the last 24 years. And I've already started working on the next. Generally, I work on my career planning every 2 years. Per se, the next 2 years is what right now I am focusing on, because eventually I'll be taking up retirement the next couple of years. So I'm working on the next 2 years plan, next 3 to 4 years max, I would say. By then, I should hit the retirement. Yeah. So I showed you the real life example and also closing thought. Closing thought is what? For things to get better, you got to get better. That's it. Yes. That's pretty much what I wanted to share as part of this detailed discussion. One second, let me bring that up. And I really appreciate you paying attention for listening to this. Let me stop the recording.